the Reesa Teesa story. The summary is, lady is tired of being single. She decides to go on online dating, matches with abantu on the different sites with different names. But as time goes on, she finds that it's actually the same person that she's matched with on these different platforms. When you see Mrs. Ticketiso and the other one, you use the actual full name. They talking along to, they get to know each other. But her story on day one, she got a flat tire burst actually on the way to meet him. Called him to tell him, oh guy, what I am going to be there. He was the superhero. He came, he changed the tire, and then he went on to buy her a new tire. And they carried on and went on their date. From the day, guy told her that now, Sissy, I'm looking for marriage. I'm not just looking for short term. But my wife cheated on me. We got a divorce. It was an ugly divorce. She wanted my money. So when the company I work for offered me a new position up in your town, I decided to take it for a fresh start. That's how now he's there in this town. That was his story. Things go on Nyani and they date seriously. He stays in a small apartment, which he says is the company that has put him there, but they're looking for a house for him. She stays in a 3-bedroom apartment. Then COVID starts. Obviously her space is bigger. They decided to quarantine together, and then they stay in her place, and then they live together. In the time, girl gets pregnant, but unfortunately it doesn't work out. During that time, guy gets a promotion at work and things are going well, and now they're getting married. But even before they got married, she says there were nudges and there were things in her spirit that were like, hey man, there is something offish, because she even went on to court, like journaling, but to journal, like when she would see things that are a bit offish. Because one of the incidents is when they were looking for a house, and then he was handling the whole process, like engaging with the realtors and whatnot, submitting the offers, or so he would say that he has submitted an offer to purchase, and then he had given her a letter that is from the bank, and he will approve for a certain level, a bond, and also would say at some point, any includes cash, he has the money and whatnot. But then she found out that actually Mugai did not submit an offer, he's lying. So she would let things like that slide. That is way before they got married. She was pregnant, because she's like, I'm gonna have a child with this person, so you know what, let me allow him to lie his way out of here. They went on to get married. At some point her mom came to visit. Even the mom, as much as there was nothing physically saying something is off, but in her spirit the mom was like, her mom is a praying woman. So the mom decided, you know what, I'm not going to point out anything, I'm just going to pray about it. As time goes on, with some stuff that she needed to fill out at work, and then needed his social security, which is the ID number, and then asked him like, babes, I need your social, babes, we have to mail a social security number. She compares to the social security number that is on the marriage papers. They're not the same. This is a different social security number. And she had tried to search him using this social security number, the one is in my paper Mchado, but could not find anything. So she decided to use this one. Because of the amount of things that were happening, now she could not deny that something is wrong. So she went in deep on her research, called the university he claimed to have gone to. University doesn't know him. He would always lie his way out, even when it was obvious. Time went on, and she went on to find details of the ex-wife that he had told her about initially. Then she contacted the ex-wife to find that the story that he said about the divorce and her cheating was a lie. So at some point she kicked him out, and then he ran to his family in another town. He explained the story there as to what happened. The family had not known that he's even married. So one of the cousins, upon hearing the stories and knowing, but cousin one and the truth are not friends, searches for the wife on Facebook and says, girl, my cousin is so and so, and my cousin just got home saying that you two were married, and he says you cheated, he caught you and your man pointed a gun at him and chased him out. But I know that he's a liar, so I'm reaching out to you to find out the truth, because now he wants us to give him a place to stay because we've kicked him out. We end up talking on the phone, and then the cousin gets her in contact with his big brother. And father, he said he had 4 brothers. Lie. He has 2 brothers. He's a twin. Wife did not even know he's a twin. And the people he would say, I'm on the phone with this person, died years ago. So yeah, So as they were in the process of a divorce, his family wanted nothing to do with him because they know his extent of lying. But she was finding out more and more lies. That even besides the one ex-wife that she knows about, there was another wife before who has a protection order against him. So basically, she has no idea who she married. He studied what a lady in that age is looking for and played the character to the T. When things were at the end, she asked him, "Why did you marry me?" And then he said, "Because I knew you would have not stayed my girlfriend for more than a year if I had not. So I did it." Now, this guy never leave love, never even liked her, but for his own ulterior motives, he even married her. And I'm just like, yo, guys, it's so important that we follow the leading of the Holy Spirit, because you can never know another person's heart, but only God knows other people's heart. And people can play a character so well. Bazokuyistadisha what a young lady in her 30s is looking for. She's looking for a stable relationship, a man who's stable, who earns and whatnot, and play to those and like sell you what they think you're looking for. And if you don't have that leading of the Holy Spirit, and in part 50 where she talks about, but she married this guy because she was tired of being single. The guy was portraying himself to be everything. I mean, she grew up in grew up very poor, and he would promise to buy her a house. I'm started to view big houses. Imagine he's playing into something that is so sensitive, girl. She shared her sensitive things about her, and Lomfana would use them, entice her with izinto just to watch her being excited, knowing very well about like, what torture is that? Why would you do that? It would take her to view cars, test drive cars, akazoyenza yonke lonto. Yo, guys, ladies, that's a fear that I have, to get into a place where you are so desperate for companion, that you overlook all the nudges of the Holy Spirit. Because now looking back, she does confess in Doba, there were from before she even got pregnant. The way is, that they will be like, spirit is not settled. But she would not listen, because the desperation was overwhelming. So yeah, ladies, we need to be careful. We need to be careful. As much as God knows our desires, as it turns out loud, Satan and he can bring something, a counterfeit that looks like what we are praying for. So discernment, discernment, and we can only get that by connecting to the Holy Spirit, by connecting to God. We really need discernment. Yeah, the streets are not safe. But yeah, the story is so sad. Uti akathembi kwamntu, like kwamntu is not just a man, even a potential friend. She does not trust people's motives. But what if it's going to be a repeat on that? She had to change where abahlala khona. Well, even before she changed where she stayed, she had to change locks. She was scared of being kwakhe. She changed her number just to get away from this guy, to make sure he doesn't get access to her again. Now, to Nati, single ladies, to Nati, please, let's seek God more. Where you can desire umchado and all of that stuff, but desire God more. He's the one that is gonna bring Izas and does it right. It's safer and more beautiful and sweet when it comes from God. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on the story.